Law of attraction. 6 physical signs that someone is thinking about you. You feel it. If you can feel thoughts, does that mean someone is thinking about you? Nice thought, but how can we be sure? In fact, there are ways in which thoughts of people close to us can sneak into our consciousness. Usually they take a detour via our subconscious, but the message still arrives very clearly at the other end. Generations before us knew that classic symptoms such as hiccups, an itchy nose, or red ears are a sign that someone is currently in our thoughts. Goosebumps is another classic that represents this otherworldly messaging service. In today's podcast, we'll introduce you to clear signs that someone is trying hard to send good thoughts your way right now. 1. A sudden wave of emotion comes over you. Feelings are quite a wonderful thing. They can take us to real heights in a very short time, especially when they come at us out of nowhere. When such a high mood hits you suddenly and seemingly without reason, someone full of tenderness is thinking of you right now. There are no well-founded scientific studies on this, but negative feelings rarely reach us from afar. They probably devour themselves before they can reach their destination. Positive vibrations, thoughts full of love and affection, and perhaps the odd secret crush, on the other hand, like to go on a long journey to reach their recipient. Whether the message arrives, of course, depends very much on how sensitive and open the chosen one is to telepathy, and how strongly his or her subconscious reacts to such vibrations. Entirely rational people will have a hard time with the idea that romantic feelings can be wrapped up in well-meaning thoughts and sent on their way, like an old-fashioned telegram or text message. However, if you ask lovers who can definitely warm up to this topic, you will get a clear answer. 2. Your subconscious feels a clear presence. It is not always the spirits of our deceased that can be perceived in the form of an invisible but clearly perceptible presence. If your subconscious registers a closeness that can't actually be real at this moment, then it is the kind and loving thoughts that someone is sending you right now. Imagine your subconscious as a particularly fine-meshed net that can pick up a multitude more vibrations than our rather coarse-meshed, holy consciousness ever could. What we can see, hear, smell, and taste is only a tiny fraction of what is actually happening around us every day, 24 hours a day. Just listen to yourself extra carefully when you feel like you're not alone in a room with your thoughts. When someone wants to feel close to you, they send their thoughts out to satisfy at least a hint of that longing. 3. A smile is your constant companion. Good thoughts are magical. Even from afar, they sprinkle their magical fairy dust over us and make us smile, for no apparent reason. This beautiful side effect makes us glow from within, as we can feel it with every fiber of our body that someone is thinking of us right now, full of affection. These emotions are strong even if the sender is currently physically separated from us. 4. Your mind seems distracted and tense. What fills our heart also determines our mind. The less pleasant aspects of love, whether near or far, are the distractions it brings. We can hardly grasp a clear, sensible thought and are actually only ever with our loved ones in spirit, but no longer in the here and now. If you have the feeling that your head is constantly following inspirations that do not originate from reality, someone is probably sending you some good vibrations right now that can still mess you up pretty badly, even from a distance. Concentration problems, headaches, dizziness, and even slight visual disturbances can be the result. If someone makes such a fuss about being present in your perception, you should definitely pay attention to these signs. The unpleasant side effects will soon subside as well. 5. You are filled with positive energy. You could suddenly pull up trees, embrace the world, and face all the problems of mankind with your left hand? Congratulations! Someone just sent you a whole lot of good thoughts that manifest themselves on the other end of the line as a surge of energy of an unusually powerful kind. There are moments when we can hardly stop ourselves from doing all the postponed to-dos of a whole week in no time. Use this wave of dynamic vibrations to your advantage. Unfortunately, it won't last. We wouldn't be able to endure it physically. In any case, someone means it especially well with you right now. If you can guess who wants to support you with so much power from afar, return the favor with beautiful images and positive affirmations. They will certainly not miss their target. 6. Your eyelids twitch. Too much screen work or magnesium deficiency could be responsible for this circumstance, of course. However, an involuntary twitching of the eyelids is also an unmistakable sign that someone is directing their thoughts in our direction. As is well known, the eyes are the mirror to our soul and the gateway to our innermost being. In this respect, it would be very well conceivable that the sensitive eye area perceives strong vibrations more clearly than other regions of our body. How beautiful is the idea that we can't see someone at the moment, but she or he still catches our eye. As stated in the novel The Little Prince in black and white, the essential is invisible to the eye. Good thoughts of a dear person from a distance cannot be recognized visually, but they are perceptible to our eye in this way. Feeling and being felt. Good thoughts are never a one-way street. What we receive, we may of course also give back. Every person who is close to us and who means something to us can receive such telepathic signals with a little practice and a little goodwill. For all beginners in the matter of thought transmission, it is recommended to pay more attention to dreams. In them, our subconscious mind rules, and our conscious mind is on a break. Therefore, the probability is much higher that we can perceive loving vibrations on this frequency more easily than in the waking state. It is always a nice idea that we can feel the good thoughts of our loved ones, and they, in turn, can feel ours, of course. A separation can be overcome more easily and better this way, and loneliness has a much worse chance to put its cold hand around our hearts. Thoughts are powerful things. As the Roman emperor and philosopher Marcus Aurelius observed, happiness in life depends on the good thoughts you have. So when you share yours by sending them out into the world, you are simultaneously multiplying happiness, and not just your own. If you enjoyed our podcast today, feel free to give us a thumbs up. To not miss any new posts, subscribe to our channel Spiritual World and activate the little bell. It costs you nothing, and we would be very happy about it. Thank you, and see you soon.